Hi there, my name is Cynthia Wakio and I am joined by Pamina Swainaina. And today's topic of discussion is, can a woman make it in a male-dominated profession? And today's focus is going to be Martha Karua, following her appointment as a running mate to the Honorable Raila Odinga. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Cynthia.
All right, so in politics, we know it is a male-dominated field. So why do you think Martha Karua stood out?
Now, I know this is not your normal career topics, eh? So whatever I'm telling you is my opinion, is what I think, what I've observed. And I think what made her stood out is her consistency. Because Mother Karua has been in politics for over 35 years. So she joined politics way back in 1990. And looking back, most of us, she's been able to brand herself as a fearless fighter, as someone who stands for what she believes in, and she's not afraid to ruffle the feathers. She's a woman who's principled. You remember, I mean, she resigned as a cabinet minister. So not many of us would be able to do that. So there's that aspect of, her brand. She has quite a powerful brand when it comes to a politician who we can believe and even look up to. And also, let's not forget, this is politics. So I believe the reason also she was appointed is someone looked at it and said she can be able to benefit in terms of bringing the women voters on board. Yeah, so there are those two aspects of who is she as a person, as an individual, and also what does she bring on board.
Yeah. And when it comes to opportunities generally, do you think women are discriminated?
The answer is yes and no. Now, let me qualify. If you come from, let's say, rural Kenya and your parent couldn't take you to school, he settled on your brother because there were no school fees, there were no opportunities. I would say yes, to an extent, women have been discriminated that way. But then also, if you come from Nairobi, where you and your brother went to the same school, you had the same opportunities, you're even a graduate, then you cannot say you've been discriminated. In fact, I don't know whether, Cynthia, you know that only less than 2% of Kenyans are graduates, university graduates. So if you're watching this video, you are female, you have a degree, it doesn't matter what degree you have, then you're already privileged. And so you cannot talk about discrimination. But yes, indeed, if you look at opportunities in terms of, did you get a chance? Did you get a chance in life to follow your dreams, to pursue your dreams? If you got a chance to get a proper education in Kenya, whether you're a woman or male, I don't think you should talk about being discriminated. Even me, I'm happy with where I am in HR, but I remember I was in school with girls who later became doctors, who later became lawyers, professions which you would consider top professions. Yeah.
So when we're looking at what you've mentioned and women who have been able to take leadership positions in male-dominated professions, what do you think they do different?
That's an interesting question. So the ones who've been able to succeed, I don't think they've succeeded because they are female. Because let's look even at politics. Yes, you have the likes of Martha Karua, you have the likes of Beth Mogo, you have the likes of the Rate Wangari Maathai, you have the likes of Charity Ngiru. I mean, they've been consistent and they've even won elections in male-dominated constituencies where you'd say, it's not like Nairobi where you'd say women know their rights, women are able to exercise their freedom. I mean, in the village, probably a husband, you tell the wife even how to vote, but they won't end up voting for the women, nevertheless. So I think for me, the reason that they've been able to make it is because of who they are, the individual, their character, and even the risk that they've taken. I'll go back to Mother Karua. We do have a video of her walking out during the former president, the late president, Moi, during one of his meetings. And you can imagine that was way back. I also understood how she came to rise is she represented, I believe it was some of the political detainees way back when it wasn't safe even for a man to do that, because even men were being jailed. Raila Odinga was jailed, Matiba was jailed, but Mother Karua was at the forefront of defending. So you can see even the people who voted for her way back in 92, they looked at her and said, well, I think you have what it takes. And it's not just you being a woman. is because of what you're able to do. So how does it translate to us in the corporate world? So if you're watching this video and you're an accountant, you're a female accountant, and you want to rise to chief accountant, I think a lot of times we have excuses on why we are not making it. You talk about discrimination, you talk about other people not giving us a chance. And I'm not saying those things don't happen, but I believe if you're able to put yourself out there, if you're able to put in the hard work, if you're able to put in the risks, and really have the drive, there's no reason why you can't succeed. Yeah.
That's an interesting point to say. And I think it takes me to the next question.
Yeah.
What is happening in the international and locally? Internationally, looking at Kamala Harris as being made VP, we have our neighbors Tanzania, Samia Suluhu as VP, then now current president, and then we have our lady Justice Martha Karua,
Yeah.
and now Martha Karua. Is it correct to say it's time for women?
That's quite an interesting observation. Yes, there's a sense that indeed the last 5 years we've seen women take over opportunities, we've seen them take over leadership. But I will go back to look at the individuals who are making it. They have a track record, people respect them, people look up to them. And I believe there's a reason why they are there. Yeah. So they've been able to play their role. So it's quite interesting that whoever you've mentioned in the political field, but 2018, I looked at here internally at corporate staffing. 2018, we had close to 20 positions for finance managers, finance manager, chief accountants. And you'll be surprised, 14 of them went to female. And this was a competitive process.
Yeah.
This is where the client would interview both male and female, and majority of them, 70%, ended up hiring female. I don't know the reason why. I mean, there wasn't discrimination for men, but apparently these women stood out. Yeah. So there's that aspect of, yes, indeed, there's the reawakening. Women are feeling, yes, I can do it. And I guess it goes back to what I said. I mean, I went to school with girls who became doctors, and I did not become a doctor. I did not get an A. That's the reality. Yeah. So we are seeing there's all this movement that has been there to empower women, and I think this is the time now we are seeing the fruits. Yeah. And it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If at all it gives women the confidence to go for what they want, why not? Yeah.
Sure. So what lessons can career women borrow from now Martha Karua in regards to succeeding in male professions?
There are 4 lessons, and lesson number 1 is know your worth. Like I've said, if you have a degree, if you've gone to school, if you have a diploma and above, there's no reason why you cannot make it in this world. So just believe in yourself. The second thing is do what men do. Strategize for success. Ask yourself, what am I known for? What am I? Am I an expert in something? Yeah, if I stand up in a meeting, will people listen to me? Yeah, men are very intentional when it comes to these things. And they don't just wait for things to be handed over to them. They'll scheme, they'll do politics, they'll do the nyamachoma, they'll network, they'll have a boys club, all to advance their interest. And there's no reason a woman can also not do that. The other one is have mentors. And these mentors, don't just look at the female, also have mentors, men. I spoke about Martha Karua having Raila, having even Moi Kibaki, Paul Moite. Those are the people, men, we associate her with. And that is why, I mean, when President Kibaki won the election, she appointed her. And now you can see when Baba is looking for a VP, she went for her because they've known each other. It's a relationship which spans over 30 years. So why wouldn't they settle for her? And lastly is be confident in your decisions. You go for what you want. You can strategize as much as you want. You can even have mentors and network. But at the end of the day, it's about you. You make mistakes. Things will not go the way you wanted. So you've got to be confident in your decision. Whether you make it or not, you learn from the lessons. And it's from there you become better and you find your career improving. And even you get into the very top. Yeah. So those are the 4 pointers I have. And I believe if they follow them, they'll see a difference in their career.
Yeah. Well, it's a timely discussion and it's an insightful advice. So
Yes.
thank you for that.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right. And women, there you have it. There's nothing stopping us from succeeding in male-dominated professions or anywhere else. All we need to be constantly remembering is knowing our worth, strategizing for success, having mentors, and being confident. See you next time.